Hey everyone, real quick before we get into it, don't forget to
like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Check out the podcast on Podbean. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, and Google Play.
And with all that said and done, let's get to it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 117 of the Hella Average Gamescast. We are one man short today as Karma decided it was better to go watch a football game than come talk about video games with us. How about that, Jeremy?
Man, this is becoming a probleming pattern for Conan.
Football, a likely story.
Unless it's Madden 19, that's the only football you should be caring about.
That's right. But we're going to hold it down. We have a little bit of news to talk about. It's kind of been a slow week, so this might be a quicker episode. But nonetheless, we're going to bring it straight to your speakers. But before we get going, Jeremy, real quick, did you play anything cool this week or anything standing out that the world should know about?
Well, I played mostly some more Bloodstained again, making good progress in it. I technically beat the game, but I got the bad ending.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you've ever played Castlevania Symphony of Night, you know, obviously, if you beat the final boss, you get the bad ending. It's because you have to do other special stuff. And I beat the final boss, and it literally just cuts to the main character and her buddy at the front gates of the castle going, well, that's that. But it feels like we did do everything, and then it just says game over. And so I obviously knew I had more stuff to do. I explored the castle for a while, and it was funny because I kind of got stuck for a little bit because I knew there were areas I hadn't gone to, I didn't know how to get to them, and I ended up beating another boss, and she gave me an ability that, it wasn't like a high jump or the ability to fly or anything. I was like, this is just a normal ability, it like sucks blood from your enemies, and I'm like, man, this is lame, what do I do? And then just while I'm walking around the castle, I go back towards like one of the beginning areas of the game, where there was a fountain that was just filled with blood. And as soon as I saw that, I went, oh, okay. And sure enough, I used the ability, the fountain drains, and there's a secret passage, and boom, I got like 5 new areas to explore.
Nice. So just when you thought you're done.
No, I never thought I was done. I was like, I know there's other stuff to do, but I was like, where do I go? And then as soon as I came across that, it just hit me. And I was like, oh, I love that. Love that feeling. It wasn't frustration, like, this is stupid. Why didn't they tell me this? This was just like, oh, I remember. I love stuff like that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So that's your big game right now. I bet you've been talking about it most every week, so I figure that's the main one you're playing.
That's the main one. I'm playing like some stuff on my Switch here and there, but nothing new to announce. Just stuff that's already on there. You know, Grandia and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. Mostly the main game I've been playing is Mortal Kombat. Played a little bit of Apex. I actually played Minecraft last night, which was kind of a fun reprieve because it's so chill. I mean, there's no point really. I just sat there and me and my buddy Andrew were playing, and you know, just I don't know, it's such a chill game, and sometimes it can be fun to just cut your brain off and play it.
When's the last time you even played Minecraft?
Man,
I haven't heard you talk about it in years.
Probably about a year or so. I haven't cut it on, and
wow,
you know, I went through a stage where I was playing it almost all the time. But yeah, so it was actually fun to cut it back on. But mostly, I gotta say, Mortal Kombat's been that main constant game that I've been playing, and then added a little bit of Battlefield sometimes, and then, like I said, did a little bit of. I played some Sniper Elite too. Forgot about that.
Oh, did you finally download
or Sniper
that?
Elite 4 as well.
Yeah.
I downloaded it.
What'd you think of it?
I like it a lot. It's fun.
I do too. Yeah.
I get why people liked it. It's really fun to do. Cool mechanics. It's really satisfying. You can get like nut shots, ball shots, liver shots, kidney shots. It's crazy. It's really cool. I really enjoy the game.
That slow down camera never gets old too. I just love watching it because you know you're getting a kill, and it's just so cool to see it just travel.
No, it's awesome. We got some double kills last night, which is cool.
Ooh, I haven't gotten those yet.
You know, and the story, I was kind of talking about it last night with my buddy, like, you know, the story's, I mean, it doesn't matter what the story is. The story's not even, it's very generic, but the gameplay is really what that whole game hinges on. So, like, to be that good, I'm like, man, the gameplay in this game is phenomenal.
It is. It really is. I mean, it's very slow paced because there's a lot of times where I'm just like waiting for a plane to fly over by and make some noise so I can get that silent kill.
Right.
But that's part of the game, you know.
Yep. It's a slow paced, fun game, so I really like it. I'm down with it. I'll probably play a little bit. I don't know if I'll actually finish it, but I'll play it till I get my feel of it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm probably never gonna finish it, but it's a really neat game to play. Glad I downloaded it. Oh, I meant to tell you, I did download Darksiders 3, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, I haven't even got the new games yet, so I got to throw them in my library.
Yeah, I threw mine in the library, downloaded it. I plan to get to it and see how I like it. Maybe next week. So we'll see.
Cool. I'm anxious to hear what you think about it. So I'll be cutting it on too. I'm not sure if I'll get to it before next week, but we'll see.
Okay.
But I think we need to jump on in to the meat of this podcast. Jeremy, do you know what time it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some news.
All right, let's kick it off. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this show might go quick because we've only got like about 4 topics to go over. It's been kind of a slow week, so just bear with us. We'll get as in depth as we need to. But first, we had, and probably the biggest news I would think of the week was this Nintendo Direct, and I really think, and a lot of people are echoing this, they said it's the best Nintendo Direct they've had in a long time. So I kind of agree, don't you think, Jeremy?
Actually, I've seen a lot of people saying it was kind of okay. I personally thought it was great, but I've watched a lot of like Nintendo fan like channels and stuff, and a lot of them are just saying it was okay.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, I watched Arlo. He's a humongous Nintendo fanboy, and he was just like, eh? I was like, really? I'm surprised. I thought he would have been praising a lot more, but I think it's just because it was a lot of stuff he didn't personally care about. Like, he's really big into like Pikmin and Animal Crossing and all that, and they didn't announce new Pikmin, and they, pushed back Animal Crossing again, so it kind of irked him a little bit, I'm sure. But I thought this was a really good Direct, because I focused on the stuff, like, there was a bunch of stuff I didn't care about either, but there was also just, like, a few really good tidbits I was really excited for, so that wins me over pretty easy.
Yeah, and I'm following, and I don't really watch a lot of YouTube Nintendo guys or girls, but the reactions on Twitter I saw were really positive. So, and I agree. I think it was a really sick Direct. But let's get into it and kind of break down some of the stuff we saw. And probably my favorite thing is their announcement of the new SNES library. It's basically their virtual console, and what really stood out to me is that they launched it pretty much immediately.
It's like the next day, I think.
Yeah, the next day. It's 20 games. They include, and I've got the list here. I'm actually on an article from GameSpot here, but they've got like Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, Star Fox, a bunch of cool games. I don't have the list in front of me. So it's free, though. It's free for people who subscribe to the online service. That was huge to me. That's a really cool thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there have been rumors that they were going to do this for a while, because I remember they had like some patent going for Super Nintendo stuff. And it was just really nice that they just kind of stealth dropped it, which I've seen Nintendo doing this a lot more, and I kind of like it, where they're just like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, Super Nintendo games are now available on your Switch right now. I really like that stuff. It's not so much good for like a big AAA title. Like if Rockstar is just like, oh yeah, by the way, Grand Theft Auto 6 drops today, it doesn't give enough time to get hyped and build up. But for smaller things like that, I think that's just a nice little bonus and treat. I also went ahead and downloaded those and was playing them out, and it's just like the NES games, same layout and so forth. But man, they work flawlessly. It's great having them on my Switch. I wish I didn't have to be online to play them, because it's going to be kind of a pain if I'm like out somewhere there's no Wi-Fi. But hey, I like it. I love a lot of these games here.
Yeah, while you were talking, I actually pulled up the list. So let's hit the list real quick. And so we got Brawl Brothers, Breath of Fire, Demon's Crest, which I've never heard of.
Oh, that's a fantastic underrated game.
Is it an RPG?
No, it's a side scroller with RPG elements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some game I've really never heard of called F-Zero.
Oh, that's a racing game.
No, trust me. I know.
You facetious bastard.
Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics. Kirby's Dream
game.
Course, one of my favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby's Dream Land 3, Pilot Wings, Star Fox, Stunt Racer FX, Super Earth Defense Force, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Super Mario 2, Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid, Super Puyo Puyo 2, Super Soccer, Super Tennis, and The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
It's a good list. I like Mario Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and Super Metroid. Two of my favorite games of all time. They're like in my top 10. So love those games. Everyone loves Zelda. You know, I'm not a huge fan of Link to the Past, but I know it's a lot of people's favorite Zeldas, so that's obviously a win. Super Mario World's fantastic. F-Zero's fantastic. Overall, this is just a really strong lineup. Breath of Fire is a good solid RPG, but I would have liked a more like a Chrono Trigger or a Final Fantasy or something. I thought that would have been sweet. Or even Super Mario RPG would have been phenomenal. For what it is, this is a damn good launch for Super NES games. I can't wait to see what they have each coming week. So I'm really excited for what the future holds for the SNES on Switch.
I am too, and not only that, they're actually releasing an official Nintendo licensed Super Nintendo wireless controller that looks really cool, and they're only releasing it to Nintendo Online subscribers. So you'll probably have to go on Nintendo.com, order it straight from them, and put in your credentials. But I think it's only $30.
I mean, it's neat, but I already have an 8-bit Do SNES pad, and I have my, Game Boy themed Pro controller. So, and from what I can understand, you can only use this controller for the SNES games. You can't use it for like Smash or anything.
Now that's stupid.
It's the same thing with the NES controller they did when the NES came out. They're neat little items to have, but they're just not very practical, in my opinion. Especially not for an extra $30.
Yeah, I won't pick it up if I can only use it on that library.
Yeah, I won't either. Like I said, neat little item, but I've already got plenty of good controllers.
No, thank you. Oh, let's see here. So the next thing I saw, and this one's cool for me, I know it might kind of be hit or miss for you, but the rumors about Overwatch coming to the Switch have been stirring for a while. Before this Nintendo Direct, an official licensed Overwatch Nintendo Switch case launched, announced, but they confirmed the rumors were true that Overwatch will be coming to the Switch. It's going to be here in October 15th to be exact, and it's going to be $39.99.
I was not so much shocked that Overwatch was coming to Switch, but I was absolutely floored that Nintendo is not charging full price for this.
I know, we talked about it. I was so surprised.
Know. I was so 100% dead set. I said, you just watch. This is gonna be $60, and then you showed me that tweet or page or whatever where it was $40. I was just like, what? What is going on?
I mean, I still think it's a little steep for Overwatch because the game's been out for 4 years now, maybe 3 years, something like that. And $40 seems steep, but it's the quote unquote everything edition, so it's neither here nor there. I think I'm going to pick it up, but
30 would have been ideal, but hey, less than 60 still, flabbergasts me.
Yes, because we know how Nintendo is with their pricing.
Yeah. My biggest concern though, obviously, is performance. Because they're gonna have to keep this thing running at, because I assume on PS4 it runs at 60 FPS.
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure what it runs at, but yeah, I mean top quality on those on PS4 and Xbox.
So to get it running on Switch at 60 FPS, there's going to be some pretty noticeable graphical downgrades, I'm assuming. Especially in handheld mode.
Yeah, I would assume they're just going to lock it at 30 or something, because graphically it's not intense, but I don't know if it can handle that kind of frame rate. So what I would do if I were them is just lower the frame rate. It's not going to kill the game, and just lock it there so you get a smooth gameplay,
Yeah. And like I said, I know a lot of people are excited for this, but I'm just not a big fan of these online only, because you can only play this online, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have like an offline practice mode and stuff, but nothing. Yeah. Usually it's all online mode.
But like the Switch is mostly known for its portable capabilities. And online-only games, I mean, I understand, like, maybe you want to play it on the couch while, like, your girl's watching something on the TV or something. But, this is not something you can play on car trips, obviously. Or if you're on a plane or whatnot. So, that's why I'm not a big fan of the online-only games coming to Switch, like DC Online, Overwatch, and so forth. But, I mean, this is obviously, I think this is still a good move for the Switch to have Overwatch on there. It's such a huge game. And it should be on a very popular console. But
yeah, it's huge for Overwatch, too, because it could bring in a lot of people who maybe not played it. I mean, some people who just stick to Nintendo, you know? I'm not saying there's a lot of people, but maybe there's people like, I haven't got to play Overwatch. Maybe I'll get it now.
I'm doubtful of that. If you're really going to get into Overwatch, you're probably going to get it on PC or Xbox or PS4. I think it's been out for so long now, and everyone has a PS4 or an Xbox or a gaming PC. Even your most hardcore Nintendo fans have one of the three, and if they're interested in Overwatch, they had it. This is going to be for people like you, Cam, where this is just, I want to have this on a console I can take with me as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Good move, though. Good move all the way around. I like it. It's cool to see.
Do you think they're going to have it where, like, you can you transfer your, I guess, play data from the PS4 to the Switch, maybe?
Well, I don't know. So your play data, I mean, all your characters are unlocked. The only thing that you'd be missing, I guess, would be your skins and stuff. So that means a lot to some people. I would like to think you can, but I know how difficult Sony can be with some of those things. So maybe Microsoft and Nintendo will talk back and forth to each other, but Sony I would see being more of a like an issue.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you have this on Xbox or PC, I don't see this being a huge issue. Like, I mean, I don't know whether or not they will, but I could see them being more lenient towards, hey, we'll let you bring your skins and all that stuff over the Switch version. But yeah, you're right. Sony's going to be like, nah.
Yeah, no, you can't have it. So yeah, I think that best case scenario they do, but really, I think realistically, Sony will lag. Maybe they'll let you do it later, but on launch, it'll talk. You know, you can get your PC and Microsoft stuff in there, but not Sony. But we'll see. I mean, they pleasantly surprised me with the price. Maybe they'll pleasantly surprise us with that. So, Nintendo, they also announced Banjo Kazooie coming to Smash, and then they did like this this fun little, and it's coming in, and then they like did a black screen, went dun 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 today. So they actually dropped it at the time of that direct, and after the direct, they decided to give you they told you how to download them. So
yeah, I already downloaded them myself, but I haven't had a chance to try them yet. But I've seen like gameplay of him. He doesn't look like someone I would main though. He's got some neat moves, but I don't like the way he jumps. He's got like a triple jump, but he's got no horizontal jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got the vertical, but he ain't got that horizontal.
I actually went online Friday night on Smash, and I've been playing some Ganondorf, and I took him online, and everybody was playing Banjo.
Oh yeah, he's a new character.
I had a few people beat me, but most of all, I wasn't having trouble with him. He does this thing, like he's got like an egg toss or something, and that can kind of keep people at bay, but for the most part, it seemed kind of boring.
Yeah, like he can poop eggs out of his butt, and he can poop a grenade out of his butt. The only thing I saw that was really devastating was he can use like the invincibility feather. It's got like a really good horizontal. It does some damage. I think it makes you invincible, so like to projectiles and stuff. But you can only use it like 5 times, and once you use them all up, you can't use them again until you lose the stock. You know. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got some moves, but I don't see him being like pro level. But then again, I'm no Smash expert, so. But I think
definitely looks cool. He looks fun. I mean,
he looks so sweet, and I like his stage looks. It doesn't look like a fun stage to play personally, but like visually, it looks so great. I'm just like, man, remake Banjo Kazooie. Just remake it. Just do it. Do it. Come on.
Yeah, it's funny because in the Nintendo Direct, they're actually like, go play Banjo on the Xbox. So they actually shouted out Microsoft.
Oh yeah, and the original Banjo's still fun, but I would just love a remake, just the Crash style remake of Banjo and Banjo Tooie. God, they look so beautiful. That'd be so good.
Yes, and I'm sure they will at this point.
They should. They need to.
Terry Bogart is coming. This is cool. I mean, I like that they're doing all these crossovers. I mean, to me, it seems like a reskin of maybe like a Ken or a Ryu or something.
Oh no, he's very don't get me wrong. He's very much like supposed to be a Ryu-like character, but he has his own movesets.
Okay,
like,
cool.
His Hadouken like travels along the ground. Yeah, that little whirlwind kick. He has like a overhead kick kind of thing. He's got moves that are kind of similar, but he's not gonna be a reskin. He's gonna be an all new character.
Okay, that's cool. That actually makes me more excited about it.
Yeah. And I was so happy to see that they still have his bad English, which makes me super happy.
English.
I didn't buy the season pass for Smash because I was convinced it's going to be Pokemon and Fire Emblem characters. But it's been their character launch has been just phenomenal. Piranha Plant for free, that's sweet. Joker, wow, did not see that coming. Dragon Quest Hero, didn't see it coming, and I love him. Banjo, no, everyone been begging for it. No one saw it coming. Terry Bogart, like, I love the variety going on here. Like, I legit cannot guess who's coming next. And it's really got me excited. It's going to be like, we only got one character left, and maybe it'll be like some like generic character like no one cares about, and then all of a sudden, like, it makes it look like they're going to be it, and all of a sudden, like, Waluigi comes in, it's like, nah. Just like, Waluigi finally enters the fray.
Only way you could play Waluigi would be to buy the season pass. You couldn't buy him
separately. Don't do that. No, it makes you punish people, man. Do you work for EA? God, you evil creature.
Let's hope Nintendo didn't hear that, because right now they're going to be sitting there rubbing their chins and being like,
They're like,
yes. Someone get this man a job now.
God, dude, you know how many people they would piss off doing that?
No, I know. There's no date announced. They just said that they're in development for that. So I would think probably not this year.
No, it's this year.
Is it?
They did announce Terry. He's going to be out. They say he's going to be out either I think October or November.
Oh,
but he will be out this year. Yeah.
Gotcha.
They didn't give a hard date, but they gave a month.
Okay, so it will be here. Okay, cool. We got some 4-player Super Kirby Clash information. That is a 4-player co-op Kirby title. And it's free to start, quote unquote, which is Nintendo's take on free to play, and it has a single player mode as well.
Yeah, I'm not excited for this.
I don't really care to play it, but it's a fun looking little Kirby. Just them putting Kirby's name on another type of game. Yeah,
I mean they've done this before, I think on the 3DS, and even hardcore Kirby fans are like, I mean it's free, but it's obviously it has microtransactions in it, so I'm not a fan. I'd rather just them have an actual Kirby game announced and released.
Yeah, me too. I like proper Kirby titles. This one might be one, I don't know if you kept an eye on this one or knew about it. Little Town Hero. It come out on October 16th. They show off some gameplay footage of that one.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me. This honestly kind of looks like a budget title to me. It's a very, I agree with you, it's a very Nintendo game, but it looks like one of their, we're just kind of working on this in our spare time kind of games.
Okay.
I don't see this being like a big deal. I think it'll come out, get some decent reviews, but it's going to be kind of like a footnote, I think.
Divinity Original Sin 2 is coming out. I'm actually excited about that.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a great game for the Switch, I think. I don't care for this game at all. I'm just not a Western RPG fan, but I absolutely acknowledge that a lot of people love this. This is a lot of people's favorite game of, I think it was last year when it came out.
Yeah. It's really in depth. It was actually surprisingly in depth. Like, you can really, basically, if you can think about it, and if you put the same rules on it that you would put on D&D, I think it runs off the same type of rule book. If you can picture it based in that world, you can do it in the game. So
I think it's one of the things that turns me off about it. It's too much stuff going on. I want a little bit. I don't want a simple RPG, but I don't want all these mechanics that keep getting introduced and so forth. It just gets too distracting for me.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm old.
Gotcha.
Keep it simple.
You're old, man. I'm old and crusty. Yeah. Just give me something good.
The only thing I like is Matlock. Oh, Matlock's on.
Jesus. I had to watch Matlock growing up, so,
I've never watched a single episode.
You
grew up with two old people, so.
I did. That's the key. I had to grow up with old people. Deadly Premonition 2 announced. It's actually available right now. I've never heard or seen this game in my entire life. Apparently the first one was a famous game, or at least a cult following game. I don't know.
Okay, so I know a little bit about the first game. It's one of those games that came out and it didn't do well at all. You could definitely say it's a cult game, and it's one of those where if you play it, you're either going to think it's one of the greatest games ever made, or it's one of the worst pieces of crap you've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's polarizing, essentially.
Yeah. Basically, the gameplay is awful, but the game has a really weird and unique storytelling thing. It's got a lot of charm in it, so to speak. The graphics are pretty bad. And there's just bunch of nonsensical stuff. It's like one of those it's almost like a meme. That makes sense,
I do. I got what you're saying. Yeah.
It's just really out there and weird. And if you're into that stuff, you might like it, as long as you don't mind crap gameplay. So I'm more stunned that this got a sequel, honestly.
It wasn't good graphics, and I was wondering if it was just a bad game.
No. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This is one where I would not have the patience for it. This is not for me. You probably wouldn't like it either, if I could be honest.
Okay.
I knowing your style and all that, because you're not really into random humor, it seems.
I got you. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And this game's just it's very Twin Peaks. If you're probably not old enough to remember that.
I know Twin Peaks, but I mean, obviously, I'm not a connoisseur of it. I like my comedy to be very, very targeted. Like, I don't like spaz comedy. I like
you don't like the Family Guy. You think that's bad.
So yes, I do think Family Guy is awesome, but it's rare that I get that feeling about a real life live action movie or TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Family Guy speaks to me, but like I'm trying to think of somebody like that's bad. Like I don't like Chris Farley's comedy, if that makes sense. Like spaz comedy.
I love Chris Farley. I think what you're talking about more is like ADD type humor.
Maybe, yeah.
Like rapid fire, constant, changing up, like.
Yeah, you're on the right path there.
Yeah. Chris Farley's more physical humor, I would say.
Yeah, more cocaine humor.
A lot of cocaine. More cowbell. Dude, how funny would that have been if he had been live and he could have done the cowbell instead of Will Ferrell?
Oh, that'd been amazing.
Not that I don't love Will Ferrell's cowbell, but that would have been awesome. He's just in there, boom, boom, with the belly going and stuff. Oh.
Yes. God, I love Will Ferrell too. He's pretty cool.
He's hilarious, yeah.
We got Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition, coming next year, which is pretty cool. I didn't play it originally. Did you jump on it or?
No, it was on the Wii, I think, and then they re-released it for the 3DS. I'm not a fan of. This is a JRPG, but I'm just not a fan of this at all. The world, the characters, the gameplay. It's more of a hack and slash game. Don't get me wrong, though. This is a huge cult following. Ton of people love this, and this is a great game for the Switch, also. But you might want to wait for a sale, just to see if you like it. Because nothing worse than paying $6 for a full price game and going, man, this sucks. What did I do this for?
Yes. I think we've all been there and we've all done that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then, last but not least, we had the Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection confirmed. That was a rumor that we heard a while back, but we're going to get, I think it's December 6th it's launching, and it's going to include Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
AKA the best Assassin's Creed. The only good Assassin's Creed.
Right, yeah, Black Flag seems to be kind of universally across the board seen as the best one. A lot of people like the new one, Origins, too, but I haven't played them since. I actually played a little bit of Black Flag, and then I played Syndicate, I think.
Only thing that would make Assassin's Creed 4 better would be if they just got rid of the story and just let you sail around and be a pirate.
Just make it a pure pirate game.
That was just the best part, man. Like, I'm legit. As soon as I got my ship, I just sailed around from island to island, finding treasure and hunting whales in the ocean, and upgrading my ship, and that was the fun part.
Yes, and I love me some pirates. So.
And as for Rogue, I never really played it because when it came out, it was when the new systems were out, and this was only available on the old systems. But it had a neat idea because in this one you don't play an assassin, you play a Templar, and you're going after the assassins, which I thought was really neat. So I think it got decent reviews though, but it was kind of overshadowed by Black Flag.
Yeah, I agree. No, I think this is actually a really good combo. I think the Switch can handle these titles fairly well.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't know if they put a price on it, but I expect this would be around the $40 range.
Now, are they being released together, or are they going to be released
bundle?
Separately?
Yeah, they're calling it like the Rogue Pack or something. I can't remember what they're calling it.
If it's together, I'm betting they're going to be like $60.
Think
for
so?
Both of them. Yeah, or $40 separate. I don't know. I'm just getting that feeling.
Okay. I'd rather them sell them separate, but I'm a fan of a good bundle as well if the price is right. So let's finish out Nintendo's whole roundabout story this past week. We're going to end with a game that came out, Astral Chain, which is actually getting fairly good. Okay, originally, let me say this was getting fairly good reviews. Looks like a really fun game. One of the better Nintendo exclusive that's came out in a long time. One that I'm actually fairly interested to play. Has some really good. I've seen a few trailers and people actually streaming it. It looks cool. But Jeremy, you were telling me, I'll let you kind of elaborate, that something was happening. They were getting review bombed or something before, started recently?
Yeah, so apparently the game came out and it was getting really good reviews. I've seen a lot of 8s, some 9s, and some 9.5s and stuff. Calling it one of the best Switch exclusives yet. And then apparently a lot of user reviews started coming in, and they were review bombing it, giving it 0 out of 10s because it's a Switch exclusive, which is just dumb.
Let's bomb this game for whatever system it's on.
I see review bomb. I've seen review bombs before, and it's usually for like some controversy, like maybe like the Star Wars Battlefront stuff with the pay-to-win mechanics and whatnot. And I can understand that to a degree, but it's always been exclusive. Platinum basically works for Nintendo now. They almost own them, and this is made by Platinum. They never made any, indication that it wasn't going to be an exclusive. So I just don't get the vitriol and the hatred all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can understand if the game was like, if it was like the Shenmue situation, where it was just like, oh, we're going to release on all platforms. And then everyone like starts donating, and then halfway through the development, they're like, "Oh, we're not going to release it on Steam. We're only going to release it on Epic." And then everyone gets pissed. This was always a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, it's so asinine to go and bomb a game for being exclusive, and the gaming culture can be so toxic. It's just people do not understand how to have fun.
I agree.
I mean, just let it be. The game is good. I mean, by all accounts and everything I've heard, the game's a good game. And you're going to go and bomb it for something idiotic?
I was going to say, and of all the reasons to be mad at it, that's one of the dumbest things I've heard, quite frankly. Being like, are we going to start getting mad now? Oh, my, hey, Cam, guess what? Last of Us 2, PlayStation exclusive, 0 out of 10. Why isn't this on PC and Xbox?
Yes, that's what we're going to start getting mad on.
I mean, seriously, I agree with you. Just have fun. Like, there's other things to worry about in the gaming industry besides something as dumb as this.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would say go play Astral Chain, because everything that I've seen, and I haven't played it yet, so I can't give a full okay of the game, but everything I've seen looks really good. So I would say pick it up if you have any interest in it.
I'll probably have this by the end of the year.
There we go. I might be the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of playing along that same line of RPGs, one that we want to sneak in there because we're both anime fans. There's a Fairy Tail RPG coming out next year, and I would assume that it would hit the Switch. I don't know if it will or not, but
right now it's just it's PS4 only.
Okay.
I take it back. No, it's PS4 and Switch. It's both.
Okay. I thought
yes.
It looks like something that needs to be on the Switch.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, Fairy Tail's a manga. Is it shown? Is it Jump? I don't think it's Jump.
I don't think it's Jump.
But
no.
it's a pretty cool anime about a world of magic, and there's different magic guilds, and it follows the Fairy Tail Guild. So, cool characters, cool storylines, a lot of really cool powers in that. I really like the anime.
I guarantee you, no one cares about this but us. But who cares?
Hey, if you like Fairy Tail, we're going to get a full RPG.
We're both getting
it. Absolutely. So, yeah, if you want to know more about that, drop us a line. We'd love to talk about it. The only thing that we don't know that we were talking about before we started the show was, I wonder if you get to play as some of the characters, or if the characters will be like summons or teammates in the game and you make your own character.
Like I was saying, this is a game that's ripe for like a make your own, Fairy Tail Guild member with their own magic and stuff. But I'd rather just play as Natsu or Gray or Lucy or any of them, and just like actually have them as teammates, team up and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that. I've actually even more excited for this than the One Piece games, because we never had a true RPG One Piece game come out, so this one kind of talks to me a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Well, plus, we've never had I don't think we had an actual Fairy Tail game come out yet, at least in America.
I've never played it, and I don't know that really playing any Fairy Tail characters on any other game, really.
No. There's a bunch of One Piece games out, and we both love One Piece, but come to Fairy Tail, I don't think there's ever been a Fairy Tail game for America, so this will be our first one, and an RPG. I'm on board.
That's right up our alleys. I know that. Let's move on, and now we're going to kind of end it with some PS4 news, some Sony news. But Hideo Kojima came out, and he said that he has introduced a quote-unquote very easy mode in Death Stranding. And this is going to be for fans of movies or people who just don't play games who want to experience his game. And I'm thinking what it basically does is it takes most of the gameplay out of it, or you're invincible or something, and then you basically just enjoy the cinematics and the actual story of the game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like the mode in Assassin's Creed Origins, where I think it just lets you walk around and look at the landmarks and stuff and explore. I bet you that's what's going to go on here. I think it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be the cinematics. Yeah, I think you'll still be able to control the character, but I don't think it's going to be any enemies. You know, you won't even be invincible. It just won't be any conflict. It'll be literally just maybe like walk from place to place. You know, I guess maybe if there's like a eating system, stop and eat or something. But it'll be just casual mode, essentially.
Yeah, and you know, I want to play the game. I want to actually get the gameplay in, but I think it would be cool to maybe beat the game and go back and kind of watch it as a movie. If it's a good enough story.
This isn't something I would do personally. I play the game to actually play the game. I mean, I like the stories in the Kojima games, but I really also come for the gameplay. So, but I think this is still a neat idea. I'm not a fan of this for every single game, but there are certain games where I think this can be beneficial, and Kojima games are one of them because they're very story heavy.
I was about to say, if any director that needs something like this is Kojima's games, because in all honesty, if you're a fan of like the Metal Gear series, you'll know that they're not inherently intuitive. They can get confusing. There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
And it would be cool to have a movie just straight through that explained everything, you know?
Yeah.
So I think he's a perfect candidate for something like this.
I agree.
It's not quite as convoluted as, let's say, Kingdom Hearts, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Dude, if we had a crossover of Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid, it would just be called What the Hell's Going On?
Yeah, like Solid Snake's a clone of Big Boss, who is Solid Snake, and his brother Revolver
Big Boss is Xenoart, and the Needless all have nanomachines in them. And
yes,
something about...
and his mortal enemy is a clone of himself, or clone from the same person.
Oh, Lord, I'm already getting confused.
It's crazy. Just play the games. But what we're saying is Hideo Kojima has a very unique way of telling a story. It's not a linear story. There's a lot going on. So, last but not least, and I think the main reason we're wanting to talk about this is just because it's so freaking cool. But there was some really cool box art release. It's official Sony box art, but right now it's only in the UK. And you need to go check them out. It's for some, there's a lot of the main games. I actually didn't pull up the tab right here, but let's see if I can pull it up. It's me and Jeremy are kind of talking about it. It's minimalistic, kind of like shadow art almost. Some of the coolest art I've ever seen personally. Now, Carmen's not here today, but he said he didn't like them so far. But I love them.
Carmen has no taste.
So I'll go over real quick, and now we can hear. I want to hear Jeremy's take on it. But we've got Uncharted 4, Spider-Man, Horizon, The Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus, God of War, Bloodborne, Wipeout, Ratchet and Clank, The Last of Us, and that's it as of now. So what do you think about them, Jerry Bear?
I think these look awesome. Like I was saying, I wish I could just buy just the covers or just the boxes, because I have every single one of these games physically except for Ratchet and Clank. I have that digitally, so there's no need to buy them again. But man, they look so cool. I love that Bloodborne one with just the saw blade on it. I love Wipeout with the cars and the streams behind it. I like the Horizon one with the giant giraffe dinosaur thing. I like how each one has like a color scheme. Like, I think Horizon was orange, Spider-Man's red. I think Bloodborne was like a dark purple. They just look so good. I would love to have these just framed as posters.
It's funny you say that, Jeremy, because I agree. They're super dope looking. But one of somebody tweeted at PlayStation UK, who confirmed they're only in the UK, but they asked, do you have any plans to make the artwork available as prints? And the PR, whoever runs PlayStation's UK account, says a few people have asked. So I'm looking into getting clean JPEGs of just the cover art. So best case scenario, we get some high pixelated or high pixel cover art JPGs. You can download them on cardstock, or if the resolution's good enough, you can actually download them as a poster and print them out as a full poster. So that would be dope.
I say this though, man. I say that in the future, like PlayStation, when they do their greatest hits, like the $20 lineup, drop that red border crap and just do stuff like this.
Yes,
just
I agree.
Do this. These would be awesome. Like, I would love these. And it will be really cool too, is if you download them digitally, make those like the little icon as well.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Oh, That'd be so sweet.
This art's cool. So just go check it out. If you Google PlayStation UK box art, you pretty much be the first one that comes up. Super cool, shadow, minimalist stuff. I'm digging it. I can't wait till we get the JPEG link so we can download it and play it. Or excuse me, print them out. So they'll probably.
I'm gonna play the heck out of that box art, man.
Yes.
Sit there and just jam on it. Yeah.
Just look at it. I'm gonna look at it so hard.
Look at it.
But that's it. That's all the news we had. Like I said, if it wasn't for the Direct, we'd have had a really short week. But that Nintendo Direct was the main thing that happened this week, so we wanted to make sure we jumped on and covered it. Did we anything that we need to mention, Jeremy?
No, I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, that meaty Direct.
Yes, that meaty
Sony
Direct.
potatoes.
Yes. So that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Carmen should be back next week. Drop us a line, talk to us, let us know. We've been growing a lot the last 2 weeks. It's really cool to see our numbers jump up. So now we just need the feedback. We want to hear what you guys think and what topics you want to hear. So make sure to do that. And I guess we'll holler at you next week.
See ya.
As always, play on and stay
Hella
Average.